Back in the 2000s, almost everybody who had a show on Disney Channel also had a music career. Now some stars took that music career and took off, selling millions of album copies, selling out tours, and even becoming icons in the music lane. While others weren't that lucky, with albums flopping left and right. And one star in particular, getting so discouraged by Disney, they quit music entirely. With that being said, let's get into the failed music careers of popular Disney stars. Let's get into it.
You still in the studio working on music too?
Aren't I always in the studio working on music that nobody buys? So,
Wow.
I am on my 5th. You bought it? That you just saying that because you on camera.
Raven-Symone was the queen of Disney Channel, coming in hot in 2003 with That's So Raven, premiering to 3.5 million viewers. It was inarguably the biggest show they had at the time, with it not only being the first show to surpass 65 episodes on the channel, but also being the show that laid down the groundwork and became a blueprint for new shows to come, such as The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana, Sunny with a Chance, and literally everything else that came after that. The show produced merch such as perfumes, clothes, Barbie dolls. You name it, she had it. Raven was eating in every single category. The only thing left for her to do was tackle a music career. So in 2004, that's exactly what she did. With the announcement of her album, This Is My Time. Now just to be clear, this was not Raven's first attempt at music, as she previously released 2 albums in the 90s. But they both failed, only selling a combined 76,000 copies. This new album was finally her chance to make it big in the industry. And with that chance, she went all out, releasing her single, Backflip. Now the song didn't go crazy, only reaching number 10 on Billboard's Bubbling Under 100 chart. But what it did show was that she wasn't playing around, man. And that reflected in her album, as This Is My Time went on to sell 235,000 copies and 300K domestically. It was her first album on the chart, reaching number 51 on the Billboard Top 200. Now, although those might not be as big of numbers as her Disney counterparts were seeing, such as Hilary Duff, 300K is still a success. People can't even see those types of numbers nowadays. So trust, that's something. Never mind. So I just seen her first week sales for this album. It turns out it was only 19K. And her album after this only did 4K. So what's good, man? Why y'all doing the Queen of Disney like this, man? So let's get into it. Why didn't Raven-Symone's music career take off? Well, I got 3 possibilities. 1, bad management. It's possible that Disney just didn't know how to promote her. I mean, Raven was a singer who mainly did R&B on a record label that was full of pop artists. I mean, they already had the blueprint with Hilary Duff, but that same blueprint couldn't be used for Raven. They catered to 2 different crowds. Number 2, the crowd that Raven catered to just didn't take her serious. Most likely, they just saw her as that funny chick from Disney Channel. Nothing more. Number 3 basically just boils down to her consistency. I mean, she released 2 albums in the 90s, with those albums already being about 6 years apart. Then she takes a hiatus, drops in 2004, then takes yet another hiatus, and drops in 2008. I mean, it's gonna be hard to keep people's interest with that type of track record, especially when you never really gained a music audience to begin with. But whatever reason that may be, at the end of the day, it don't matter. This woman done accumulated millions off the That's So Raven name, even to this day, while simultaneously being loved by every 90s and 2000s kid alike. So the music man not popped off, but she cool.
Hey, it's Zendaya. I just wanted to make a quick shout out to all my fans saying thank you and I love you guys, and I'm out here in Toronto.
Zendaya came in as a triple threat with the ability to sing, dance, and act. Kicking off her career with Shake It Up, a series that went on to be the new big 3 of Disney. And through that popularity, Zendaya quickly rose as a Disney Channel superstar, doing soundtracks, getting her own original movies, even getting a second show. It would only be a matter of time before Disney would get her to sign to their record label, Hollywood Records, and she will waste no time getting started on her music. As only a year after being signed, she will release her debut single, Replay, a song that would come on every commercial break, bro. You could not escape it. But nobody was trying to. This song was catchy, man. I don't know a single person who grew up on this era of Disney Channel who don't like this song. But looking back at it now, this song got some questionable lyrics, man. Talking about some turn it up, turn it down, but don't stop, don't move, keep it right there. We talking a little spicy on Disney Channel, ain't we? I mean, Selena did the same thing, so I guess. But besides that, the song climbed the charts, peaking at number 41 on the Billboard, making it the highest charting song in her catalog. With a top 50 hit, they felt there was no better time to drop the album. So in late 2013, Zendaya dropped her self-titled album. But, unlike Replay, the project will fall on deaf ears, as they will only go to sell 7,000 copies in its first week. Now this setback in sales didn't completely discourage Zendaya from music, as she will only take a year break before coming back in 2015 with new music. I mean, it was only a feature and a song that got leaked, but that still count, I'm counting it. Her official comeback in music will be in 2016, where she not only performed side by side with Mario with the song Let Me Love You, but also released her official new single for her second album, Something New featuring Chris Brown. But sadly, there was no second album in sight, and this will be the last piece of music Zendaya would ever release, as she would later reveal that although she loves making music, she hates the business side of it, insinuating that the deal she had with Hollywood Records was a horrible one, and it destroyed her passion. Now being a triple threat, she decided to focus more on her acting, a lane where she is currently excelling at. I mean, I ain't even gotta explain it, man. Y'all see what's up. And occasionally, she does get the chance to sing in her acting roles, so that part of her never really went anywhere.
I'd say was good, you know? It was nice to hear people responding positively to the song. Some people were like, she's ripping off the Fugees. I'm like, I know. That was intentional. And they agreed to it, so that's good.
After Miley and Selena left, Bridgit Mendler became the new face of Disney Channel, with not only having a hit show under her belt with Good Luck Charlie, which is the best show on Disney Channel, no debate, but also starring in one of the most beloved DComs of the 2010s with Lemonade Mouth. They even had her and her alone do the new French for Change song. Bridgit was literally carrying Disney Channel on her back then, man. It ain't a surprise they fell off after she left. Now y'all know the deal. You can't be a queen of Disney and not have a music career. So in 2011, she got one. And the very next year, she debuted with a smash hit, Ready or Not. Just like I said with Zendaya, man, I don't know nobody who don't like this song. And the sales reflected that, as this song would go on to become platinum, with her second single, Hurricane, following right after, going gold. But sadly, just like everybody else in this video, the popularity of the singles just couldn't help the album sales. Bridgit released her debut album, Hello My Name Is, in late 2012, only selling 12,000 first week. And with that, she left music for a minute. Good Luck Charlie ended, she hopped on her new show, and seemed to leave the music life behind her. That is, until 2016, when she randomly popped out of nowhere with a new EP, Nemesis, a 4-track project with a whole new sound, also with a whole new label, as she left Hollywood Records in favor for an indie label, Black Box. This project showed growth, with a mixture of pop, neo-soul, and R&B, ditching the mainstream and conventional sound to just make music she loves. Over the next year and a half, she will release 3 singles following this blueprint, with all 3 being amazing. I genuinely recommend y'all go listen to this woman's post-Disney work, man, cause I truly mean it when I say that these 3 singles, as well as the EP, is quality music. Now with the last piece of music being dropped in 2018, fans have been eagerly waiting for more. But she ain't just been lollygagging, man. She has since graduated from MIT with her graduate's degree and is currently enrolled in Harvard, aiming for a PhD. This chick moving different, and you gotta respect it.
Okay, she's not home. Well, that was weird.
Now this one is surprising to me, because I never knew Lily was out here making music. She had her music on Disney Channel, and I never seen it, ever. I don't know if they were just playing her music late nights or something. I don't know. Never seen it though. But regardless if I was aware or not, this chick was out here doing it, man. Starting off just doing soundtracks for movies that she was in, like Dad Nap with the song Hero in Me, and later The 100 Hour with I Don't Think About It. She also had a collab song on Disney Mania with Mitchel Musso called If I Don't Have You. Now I don't know what was going on with her and Disney, because like I said, all she was doing was soundtracks, and when it came time for her to actually drop a body of work, she did so under a whole nother label, with her EP, All the Right Wrongs, in 2009. And of course, being from 2009, this EP is full of alternative and pop rock, and with singles like All the Way Up and You're the Only One, it seems like this EP had some type of success, you know what I'm saying? Enough success for her to get the confidence to drop a whole album just 1 year later with Fight or Flight, with her biggest song to date coming off that album with Let's Be Friends, which is a little freaky, I can't lie. Hold up, this song is the original Break Up With Your Boyfriend. Yeah, Ariana, Emily did it first on Disney Channel. But even with the mild success of that song, it could not save the album, as it would only go to peak at 170 on the Billboard Top 200. After this project, she took a long break from music before eventually coming back under a new alias, Bluebird, where she still drops music to this day. So if you want to go listen to some modern Emily Osment, you know what I'm saying? Bluebird.
Oliver Oaken, and may I say you two are smoking. Oh yeah, she wants me.
I feel like when it comes to Mitchel Musso, a healthy amount of people knew he make music, you know what I'm saying? Like his character Oliver was a musician in Hannah Montana, you know what I'm saying? He made the Pair of Kings theme song, you know what I'm saying? He was singing the Phineas and Ferb, you know what I'm saying? We knew. We just kind of forgot. He popped out with his self-titled album back in like 08, 09, giving us songs like Hey, which is, I feel like, one of his best songs to this day. And In the Crowd, if y'all remember In the Crowd, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then in 2010, he had his own little concept album called Brainstorm. He left a pop-punk sound, went more into the Justin Bieber route with a lot more auto-tune. And we can't forget, around this time, this dude was eating at Disney. He had 2 shows of his own, just came off one of the biggest shows of Disney Channel's history, getting a good voiceover check for one of their best cartoons. But we know what happened after that. And after that incident, he kind of lost everything but Phineas and Ferb, and even kind of stopped making music for a good amount of years. Until like 2022, when he popped up randomly with a rap song called Drink. And he should have kept this in the vault, I'm gonna be real. Nowadays, he still makes music with his brother. They seem to be doing alright.
I know about the space program is that the guy went to the moon in 1969.
Good enough. Go.
Yes, Miss Ren Stevens. Miss Kim Possible was out here with a music career, man. Which really shouldn't be a surprise. The Tweety Stevens connection was a thing. All those musical episodes in Even Stevens was a thing. And plus she did a song for the Kim Possible movie too, so yeah. And let's not forget about Let's Bounce on the Princess Diaries. We might forget, but let's not forget. She was able to do all of this with Disney, but Christy's music career is a lot different from everybody else's. Because although everybody else on this list got official releases with their songs, Christy, other than one single with Dive In, her music was mainly found on MySpace. Now let's not get it twisted, she was signed to Atlantic Records, but the dude that signed her, Jason Flom, I don't know if I said that word right, I don't know if I said any words right, but Jason Flom got fired right before she was able to do anything. And just like that, she was left in the dust. So my guess as to why these songs ended up on MySpace, maybe these were the songs to her debut album, and since she couldn't release them officially, she leaked them. All that being said though, these are some catchy songs though. Definitely better than anything she was dropping with Disney. Now if you want more on Christy and her music career, she made her own video about it. So she get more into the nitty gritty in the background of it. Go check her video out. Not before you don't watch me though. Finish this video first. She got 400K, she could wait.
Izzy,
Mary.
get out.
Make me.
Now some people might be thinking Keke Palmer don't necessarily count as a Disney star. And to that I say, jump in. Jump in. She starred in a Disney Channel movie. She made songs for the soundtrack of that movie. She was in the commercials. She was sitting right there with Corey in the house and Jason Dolly. That count to me. That count. And speaking of the couple of songs she made for the movie, she made some bops, man. It's My Turn Now, and especially Jumpin'. Those songs definitely had Lil Me turned up, man. Now the difference with Keke Palmer versus everybody else is that she already had a record deal before she even touched Disney. Signed with Atlantic Records back in 2005, but wouldn't release an official project until 2007 with So Uncool. The album, what she gave us one of the hardest childhood bops, Keep It Moving. Listen, man. This song is so nostalgic and fun sounding, man. I put this song on for the first time and immediately got transported back to 2007. Waking up in the morning, popping some Pop-Tarts. It's nice and sunny outside, birds chirping, leaves blowing in a slight breeze. You just chilling, watching music videos before you go off to school. My childhood, I love it. That was the vibe for her whole album. Just nostalgic fun. Now, of course, after this, we know she went on to do True Jackson VP, being a true Nickelodeon star, releasing music every now and then. It would actually take her a good amount of time before she released her second album. And when I say a good amount of time, I mean 16 years later. But when she dropped this second album, she did so on her own label, Big Boss's Entertainment, with her album, Big Boss. And from there, I really ain't gotta explain much. It's Keke Palmer. She one of the biggest stars right now. Y'all know what she doing. So shout out Keke Palmer. Shout out everybody else on this list. And since you're here, you might as well go check out this video, man. Whatever this is, go check it out. Yeah.